My co-chair will be here a little late and people are straggling in. So if I don't have quorum tonight, we're going to go through everything and we will end up ultimately taking it to the executive committee. But I want to have some discussion. So let me start by saying that we had a number of us from Community Board 1, 2, and 3 met on Monday with the commissioner and her staff of the State Liquor Authority to go over some questions we had raised about procedure and policies. And her name is Commissioner Fine, and she's been around a while, and she is very pro business and operations of restaurants and whatever, but she's very reasonable. But what she also explained to us was that public interest is a problem for her. It's all encompassing. She wants very specifics around, I think, their quality of life issues that we can attest to. And I always want to hear from the community if there is some problem. But you have to couch it in terms of what it means for you as a community in terms of your life and the impact it's going to have. That's number one. Number two, I want you all to know that the SLA is in a different place than it used to be. It's operating, they're trying to operate better. And what that means is we need from you, if you have complaints, we need you to call and to the SLA, all right? And issue your complaints and call 311 as also. They're two different entities. One is the state that has overall authority, and the other is the city that, you know, it's a little mishmash. It's a little of this, it's a little of that. But I need both complaints because that's how you get the police is 311, all right? If there are real issues around noise and other complaints. And owners must hear this too, because it's very important that for all of us, we have a good reputation with the SLA because we try to really, we want businesses, we want people in the community. However, people live here, and that's the other side of the coin. And so everybody has to figure out how we're going to make it work if it's going to work. So remember 311 and SLA, and register your complaints. And if whenever you get a number with 311, call our office and give it to us, please. Oh, Nash and the staff. Oh, Mitch, hello.
I'm sorry if you missed that.
That's all right. I have an agenda for you.
Thank you.
You can share. I gave you two?
Yes.
Oh, good. That's fine. That's an extra. I think we're going to start very quickly with the program rule changes to open dining. There is going to be a public hearing on 11/20, November 20th, and anybody from the community can go. Now, if you ask me all the rules on outdoor dining, I would be tied up in my underwear. I swear to you, I don't understand them all. And we've all gone through this. But there's some real critical issues, and Umesh can help me if I fall apart. There is a state liquor ruling that if you have a shed on the other side of the bike lane in the street, you cannot serve liquor. Am I correct? Correct. You cannot serve liquor. It is not allowed. It is a ruling in terms of traffic and people and whatever. You can serve liquor at your sidewalk restaurant, which is adjacent to your sidewalk, but you cannot, no matter what time, serve liquor if it's in a bike or pedestrian. So there are pictures up here where they're a sidewalk set up what they're proposing. And the new rules are gonna start, we don't know, right? We have no idea, but sometime next year. Now, some of the sheds are supposed to be taken down by November. That's what we all understood. But some of them have extensions, if I understand correctly. Am I correct? I think so, but I'm not, but if you're concerned about something, call us, we'll check on it. We'll do the best we can, all right? So these are some of the rules that are gonna come, the requirements. They're going to try to have it standardized so it looks decent instead of a hodgepodge of what we have now, all right? It's on our website. You have to have a clear path, so people can walk. And then you have to have a clear path from, if you've got a space from, for bike lanes or whatever. So that's it. There you can see walk lane, clear path, furnishing zone. It's all. We know the the questions, but this is the city, all right? Then you have the state liquor authority, but you will not be able to serve liquor on the other side of the sidewalk in the shed.
Because there is the comment period ends on November 20th. We can't do a resolution. We're not gonna be doing a resolution this month because school board is after the 20th. So it's up to everyone to submit their individual comments. If you have something that you want to be considered, you go and you make your comment. To find the links, if you go on our website and on our agenda, you will see the links both for the comment page for you to make your comments, as well as the link to the hearing that's going to be online on November 20th.
Comments have to be made by November 20th?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Because the hearing is on the 20th.
Okay. And just so you all know, cannabis, all the cannabis licenses are not coming before this committee. They will be handled by the executive committee of the board, all right? Don't ask me about those. Anyway, it's like we're overrun. We're all overrun. It's pretty hard to
And overwhelmed.
all of it. All right, I'm going to ask, we said we would call 133, right? To speak first. I'm sorry, we're going out of order, but they have a little problem. So,
Jonathan, can you unmute? Oh, yes, I see. Can you hear us? And Jonathan, we can't hear you.
I can hear you. I can't, I don't think I have the power to turn my camera on, but I can hear you. I can see you.
It's okay. Okay, and is anyone else in your party here?
I do know the principal is on. I'm trying to figure out how to turn, there we go, wait. Yes, I do know that Michael Wiesler is on. And I am just trying to figure out how to turn my camera on, for you. Yeah, I don't see a camera,
and we have your manager here who's,
Yeah, Michael Black is manager, and I believe that Jason West, who's the project manager, the architect, and Andrew Gosson, who's the project manager, are also online, but I can't see that.
okay, we're gonna put your application on, the screen, so everybody here can also see it, correct? All right, so,
Susan, you have a copy, extra copies of those or no?
no, we didn't,
No problem.
you can go to your whatever.
Okay,
So, Tell us about yourself, please. You have, outdoor, you are licensed for outdoor space?
No. So this is the Cloud One Hotel at 133 Greenwich, which has been operating for about a year and a half now.
Right.
Michael Black is the manager. He's in the room with you. I'm sorry I'm not there as I had a previously scheduled business trip. Michael Wiesler is a principal. He is online. He is in Munich, which is why we asked for accommodation to go first. So I appreciate the board and the other folks on the agenda for allowing us to do so. So 133 Greenwich Cloud One Hotel currently operates a restaurant on the 6th floor. We submitted 3 30-day notices. One of them has to do with the current 6th floor space. All we're looking to do there is to be able to allow for occasional DJ and live music and 3-piece jazz ensemble music. The stipulation we signed back in November of 21 only allows for recorded music. So we're looking to do alteration method of operation change just to allow for that occasional DJ or jazz ensemble. It will be completely inside. There have been no complaints. They've been a great neighbor, and no complaints that they've received, no complaints that we found online, and we'd like to add that to as an occasional option for the 6th floor restaurant. Do you want me to stop there before going on to the 1st floor? Or do you want to, or do the whole thing?
Two things. You're not asking for extended hours. These are
No.
the hours.
Hours are the same. The only change for the 6th floor would be just to allow for occasional DJ and a 3-piece jazz ensemble. No changes to hours. Always close the door. There are no French doors. Always closed doors.
What do you mean by occasional?
Michael, do you want to answer that in the room?
Ideally, we'd like to do at least once a week to have a consistent night for the neighbors. We have a lot of businesses in the area, as well as the neighbors that come over,
Come forward a little bit and speak to the owl.
speak to the owl.
You can sit down there and speak to the owl. Why not?
Never spoken to an owl before. Ideally, we'd like to have it once a week. Our brand is like promoting sustainability and the New York area, so everything's kind of local as far as the beverages, the wine list. So the idea is to give people a taste of New York weather here. So we want to have local DJs come in and just perform on a Thursday evening, perhaps for 4 or 5 hours, and just have a nice little crowd in there with the atmosphere of what we got going on. We have a lot of businesses that come in and do some networking events, as well as the neighbors have been coming in. So far it's been quite nice. We just like to give a bit more atmosphere and a little more to the brand that we're launching.
Any comments from my committee? Jane?
I'm all for the live music, and maybe Mitch can address this. How does the DJ work? I mean, I think of DJs as like, records and acoustic. What is the?
It could be anybody from pressing a button to.
It's all a
technology
USB
today.
drive. Yeah,
It
plug in.
it could be the busboy pressing a button, or it could be like some guy they usually just bring their laptop computers, but that has nothing to do with the volume. Because you could come in with a phone, and depending on what they want to do, or the speakers or anything like that, it could be, you could take this and fill up Madison Square Garden, or you could take up this, and it could be like a cocktail hour at a wedding. So it has to do with the quality, not the.
So
That's
I want, as Anuj just pointed out to me, this is for 3 different spaces. Am I correct? Do I understand correctly?
Well, it's 2 different spaces, three 30-day notices. I've only gone, the only thing for the 6th floor, the currently existing license is to add the occasional DJ and live music. So I haven't gotten to the 1st floor yet. I thought we'd talk about the 6th floor first. I can go on to the 1st
Where is
floor.
it located?
But that's all.
I know Greenwich, but Greenwich and where I'm not familiar, because I live in a different.
What's the
part of
cross street, Michael?
It's on the corner of Thames, between Thames and Cedar, across on Greenwich. So do you know where the site is for?
Oh, so that's closer to Pat, then.
No.
Not here.
Right, but
Oh, sorry.
but is there other residential buildings around that, or is it part of an office building that is inside an office
Hey,
building?
Susan, Mark Amaruso, can I talk?
Yeah, well, wait,
Can you hear me?
finish.
I wanted, if Mark has the answer to that, I'm
On
fine
my
with,
phone, it's a really bad connection.
so if you can, like, what's,
It's a freestanding hotel.
All right, never mind.
so it's in it's inside a hotel?
Yeah. It's just a hotel building, 31
But it's
stories.
there are
So
residents
then it depends
nearby,
on if the sound stays inside the hotel,
correct.
and there's no, like, doors for rooftop.
Well, on
or
this,
anything like that.
there's no rooftop, but the
Correct.
sixth floor is
So then if
an
it's-
easy one.
Then depends on if it's music, if the sound stays inside the hotel.
That's correct.
It does.
Mark?
Hmm?
You have a
Can you
question?
hear me?
Yes,
Yes, we can.
perfectly.
Okay, so this is, as we seen from before, this place was here, is a very quiet part of North Tribeca. And I'm glad to hear that there aren't any complaints. And the reason why there aren't any complaints is because we don't have a DJ.
Wait, we skipped ahead. We're at 133 Greenwich. We're not where you are.
This
Yeah,
is south.
these are they want the stipulations changed for a DJ, right?
Yeah, but this is south.
133.
This is 133 Greenwich,
By Cedar Street near where Pat lives.
near where Pat lives, down in, below the five, she calls it, it's not the financial district, here, Francis.
Excuse me.
All right, I have a really bad connection, so all I would say is if they want a DJ, it should be denied because it changes the whole dynamic of the method of operation.
Okay, but it's the wrong area, so for this one, at 133, you can come up here, you know. Oh. We're not approaching.
You've been elevated.
No, she's been elevated, right? Anyway, anybody else on the committee? So this is for the sixth floor.
Correct.
Rich always likes to say, it's your hotel, it operates, it's the restaurant on the sixth floor. So. do you have-
Keep in mind that it's a hotel, so they're not gonna ever be as loud in order to irritate the guests, because that wouldn't be running a good hotel. So they have to keep it
Correct.
preserved in order to be able to serve the guests.
The speakers are built in already and they're amplified at a certain level, so they can't go any higher. So it's all within the range
What
because
type
there's
of,
a
you have
floor.
soundproofing, like, in that space?
Not in this space, no, but between the floors you do, because the floors go in between. So we have guests above and below. the
They're on, it's
sixth floor.
the sixth floor, it's
Yeah.
their hotel. I don't have any problem with this. Does anybody?
I'm actually more concerned about the first floor, the sixth floor.
Well, we're not there yet.
So I'm saying the sixth floor, people they're concerned about their guests
As long as there's nothing that's outside, like.
outside.
Correct, nothing.
No, there's no.
No music outside.
There's no balconies or anything.
We do not usually.
You have no balconies or anything that would.
There's a sixth floor terrace, but there's no music out there. And the doors are never propped open.
Okay,
So it doesn't go out into the
Susan,
into the
so it
street.
is interesting, and he said on the sixth floor, there is a terrace, but the doors are never propped open, so maybe you wanna put that in there, the doors will remain closed.
Yeah, we're gonna say the doors will remain closed.
We're fine with that.
when you're there and stuff outside. The hours are.
Yeah, it's okay. These are original hours that they got in the back. Anything else you want to add, Michael?
No, I think you had asked about buyouts. We don't do buyouts either. It's because it's a
Okay.
guest, it's basically the lounge for the guests. So we can't close it off for private events because then the guests have no place to go.
Good,
So
And what are the hours of operation?
from 6 a.m. to 10 is breakfast, and then from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. is the bar service. The patio closes at 9:45, and then the bar last order is at 1:45. The bar is closed at
So
2.
the hours for the sixth floor, that's what you were referring to.
That's what I just explained.
Okay.
Yeah, the hours haven't changed. What you have on the original sheet is the same.
Okay.
We're not looking to change the hours at all.
Okay.
that's it. Okay, that seems to be fine.
The cloud one.
So can we approve the sixth floor, those of us who are here? Will someone call the question? Second. Okay, so, any rejections, recusals,
It's only
abstentions?
gonna be jazz, it's not gonna be anything other than jazz.
No, we didn't say jazz specifically.
They didn't say jazz, they just said
Recorded music.
recorded.
I think they said jazz
I'm sure the
ensemble, but
It's an ensemble.
But it's live music, you said.
It's live, It's a DJ.
a DJ, or it could be a three-piece
Band.
group,
They
a
say
piano
that.
player,
And
or
I'm always opting for live music. I want to support live musicians. I think we should.
Not dead ones.
Yes, we should give live musicians, as much work as we possibly.
come out a future
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yes, I'm not just saying.
So
Okay.
we have no trouble with the sixth floor.
Thank you.
I think we're all in agreement, although 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5. Is there anybody online?
Yeah, Amoruso is opposed for the record.
But could you tell him that now that he has a better connection, that's not the area that he
It's the
thought?
wrong, he's the wrong
Doesn't
location.
matter.
He can't.
Okay.
He's online. Yeah, he's online.
Anybody else? Yeah. All right, so, guys, let's go to your next venues.
First floor.
First floor,
Okay. So the hotel has been successful. This is Motel One is an 80 a hotel, European hotel chain. This is their first in the US, first in New York. They would like to open up a restaurant on the first floor. Just make sure I have my notes. The reason we've submitted 2 30-day notices is we wanted to get them both up front to you because the 500-foot rule applies to this license. They are not able to get a temp for a full liquor license. So we're approaching you with 2 30-day notices, one of which is just beer and wine, which would allow them to get potentially get a temp license for beer and wine. Well, they cannot get a temp license for a full liquor license because the 500-foot rule applies. That's why we gave you 2 notices. It will be open 7 days. The hours are different. They've decided to shorten the hours significantly from what was in the public notice. So the hours they're planning to do now is 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. indoors and 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. outdoors. The public notice said 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. That's not what they're doing. They're just going to do 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. indoors and 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. outdoors. The 30-day notice also checked on live music. They will not be seeking live music for this space. It will only be recorded background music. No live music is going to be sought for this first floor space. We did check on live music for the 30-day notice, but they've changed that. So this will only be background recorded music. It's 2,278 square feet, 1 proposed customer bar, which is about 21 by 14. And as I mentioned, we have both the project manager and the architect, as well as Michael, the manager of the hotel, to answer any questions that you might have.
so I have the dining area and the bar area and the kitchen area. I have, we're not talking about the basement now. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I have that you can seat about 67 people, 67 to 70, about 50 in the dining area and 17 at the bar. Am I correct? More or less?
No, I think it's 5 at the bar and 12 outside is what they're seeking,
So the 17 is 12,
and 5, I believe, yeah,
12
outside,
bar,
no, 12 outside. It's a
outside,
very small bar.
5 inside a bar. And the 12, I don't have a drawing, or I can't seem to, of what it, oh, I do. Now, is the outside adjacent to the restaurant? How is that
It's
outside?
the sidewalk and the doors are right there, so it's right in front, and then the street's there.
Okay,
So it's literally, the tables would be right up against the windows of the building itself.
do we have a picture of that?
Yeah.
That's what we have. I don't have an actual picture of the space.
Not of the outside.
Okay,
The inside are under construction. We sent pictures of the future construction, but of the construction site.
just take a picture and get it to us of the outside so we can get a sense of it.
Where on the
Before I
outside
grab
is
it.
Yes, ma'am.
the-
The far right, where it says Greenwich Street,
I can't see what it
Is it all
says.
covered by
Oh,
scaffolding or
okay.
anything outside?
Part of it's still on scaffold, yes, part of it is. For the words Greenwich, the-
Oh,
where
yeah.
you see the words Greenwich Street,
That's on the
that
left side
part
of
is
the
covered by
screen.
scaffolding. And the part above where it says Greenwich Street is not.
So, and where's the outside part?
The whole white piece between the words Greenwich Street and the building itself.
And then what's to the left of that? Is any residential stuff?
That's
to
the
left
street
of it?
itself. And across the street is the open site for the World Trade Center 5,
Right,
and next to it is the park. And then across the street from that is 120 Washington, 123 Washington, and the Washington Hotel. And we've had all those people in our building before, and we've served notices to them also to let them know.
You don't have any, signatures or anything I didn't see in your.
serving notice.
No, I had reached out to Ms. James and asked if they were needed. I didn't get a response back. We did submit notices specifically to those buildings.
Okay, you'll get them to us or whatever you have.
I can send you one in a few
Just
minutes.
Somebody likes to see it. The hours, so we're clear, the hours are 7 AM to 11 PM daily indoors and 7 AM to 9 PM outdoors. Daily,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
7 days a week,
weather permitting outside, of course.
of course. Just remember something, you're not having recorded music, you
No, no.
just told me.
Not outside.
No.
You said you were having only recorded music outside.
No.
No
I'm
recording.
sorry.
Only on the inside will have recorded music.
So outside there's no,
Outside, there'll be no music either on the sixth floor
I'm
or the
sorry.
first. No, it's okay.
Please.
Just to be clear, there's no music outside at all.
okay, thank you.
Yes, it's indoors and, our rule is if it can be heard outside, it's not acceptable. So,
It won't be,
okay.
it'll be too loud for the space.
And you're not a large venue here, so I don't have any trouble. Does anybody have any trouble?
No.
Okay, so can we call the question?
Call the question.
Second.
Okay, and I have, all in favor here, just give me your hands. Five of us here. Joel, you're online.
Yep, I'm here.
You agree?
Yep.
All right. Now to go to my favorite part, the basement. What is it?
It's, storage space, it's facility units like water pumps. It's the housekeeping office, it's the luggage storage room.
But you say 40%, you have 40 seats. Am I nuts?
No, we don't have, the basement's not a guest area.
Okay, then okay, and there's no terrace area.
No,
All right, it's just was filled out a little peculiar. So those are your only two spaces? Am I missing something?
nope,
So
very straightforward.
I think we called the question on this. I think you're okay. I think you can go, Michael.
Thank you very much. I'm Michael Wiesler.
Thank you. Mr. Wiesler, where it's 12:30 AM in Munich, is greatly appreciated.
All right, so we are done on 133.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So we're going back to 108 Greenwich. Explain everybody that.
And that's even,
Whiskey Blue.
that's even south of them? Okay, so it's still inside that, not North Tribeca.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not North Tribeca. Is anybody here from 108? From Whiskey Blue? Jerizac LLC? Well, fine, we'll just move right along. We're not unhappy. All right, the next one is 100 Broad. Are they online? I think.
No, for 1 week, he's online.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't know why he's online.
He's supposed to be here in person. Somebody is.
James?
All right, I guess we're going, you'll just wait, please.
If you can unmute.
Why don't we go to the next one and go back to Mr., then go back to when we can unmute? Go right. Sorry.
100 Broad?
100 Broad.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Hello?
Hello.
we hear you.
This is James Deal.
Okay, James.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
So tell us about Whiskey Blue.
Okay, I'm looking to open up a full service restaurant bar with hours of operation from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Sunday through Wednesday, and 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're going to keep the kitchen open from the time we open till the time we close. It's going to be a full menu from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then we're going to offer a tapas menu from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. and 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. accordingly. I've been in the restaurant bar business for over 30 years, working, managing, owning. I have a lot of experience.
But not in the city.
No, I've never worked in a place, mostly in Long Island.
Yeah.
This place sort of hit me in the right place because I actually had a friend who I grew up with who was a firefighter who died in the World Trade Center attacks, and I wanted to open a restaurant that offered a place for police, firemen, first responders to come. I wanted to offer them discounts. And I also wanted to utilize the fact of the local hotels in the area that don't have restaurants to offer them discounts. So this is sort of like, this is very special to me.
Were you at, was this the Chinese restaurant that existed there?
No,
It was, what
This
was
was-
it before?
this was a bar that was called Suspenders. It was originally the street level and the second floor, but the only thing that was available was the second floor, which is actually fine anyway because that's where the kitchen is. So it was perfect for what I was looking for.
Second floor? It's on the second floor?
Yeah, it's on the second floor.
It's on the second floor of 108 Greenwich.
What's on the ground floor?
Something just opened up there, a new store,
Gift shop, it looks like.
Susan, if you go back to the hours, he mentioned his weekday hours would be Sunday through Wednesday, but on the application, if you can just go, the application said Sunday through Thursday.
Okay, so that might have been a mistake. That's fine. I thought it said something different on what I had in front of me. That's why. I just wanted to say. So I was actually looking for 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Sunday through Thursday and 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. on Friday and Saturday.
Any questions from my little group?
Is it a residential or commercial building upstairs?
It's a commercial building.
You have no tenants upstairs? No residents?
No residents.
No.
And anything around you? That's what I'm trying to remember.
Greenwich and where?
Are you talking in terms of?
Residential building.
I think there's a residential building next door.
There's,
Susan,
I think both
what's
buildings are
it's Greenwich and what? What's the course?
Right. Okay, hold on. Excuse me, I have my attorney also on the call. She's asking me if you guys could unmute her.
Yeah, she can unmute. I've been requesting her to unmute.
What's the
Stacy
cross?
Wise.
sure.
Yeah, she's
Hello?
a panelist. She can unmute.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's the cross?
Rector.
Okay.
Director?
Thank you
So
very
my
much.
only question,
I've been
Sorry, she was just
trying.
calling me to ask you to gas to mute her.
I have a feeling Gene might be, we think along the same line. If it's background recorded music, why is the DJ crossed off?
Are you asking me about the DJ?
Yeah, instead of the background recorded music, fine, and then you have the DJ,
It's another option.
Well, occasional DJ for when we do private parties like engagement parties, sweet 16s, things of that nature.
So we're really, my group is looking at me, big tough on, what do you mean? How many?
Can I interject for 1 second? Please?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. So he does have experience. Why am I? There we go.
Well, they
He
don't-
has a lot of experience.
Stop.
Hmm?
They have experience. I don't doubt that they have experience, but they don't have experience in the city. That's what we're discussing, all right? I'm not questioning their ability, whatever. What I am questioning, well, the question was raised, is you're going to have some events, some parties. We're always concerned about that. How many do you think you're going to have? What are you looking to? I guess you can have a maximum.
Let me tell you, he's gonna have
Capacity.
mostly birthdays or anniversaries. He's not gonna have crazy parties. And
Here.
Can you
he-
excuse me,
would you say like 1 a month or 2 a month, maybe?
He just.
Yeah, I mean, it depending upon what we book. Yeah, I would say that. I'd say that's accurate. 1 to 2 a month. That's going to be seasonal and
Well,
He's not gonna
seasonal
have a DJ.
sporadic.
James, hold on.
hold
He's not
on.
gonna have a,
We
he's not
can
gonna have
put
a
in
DJ
that
for
you will
every
not-
party.
What?
He's not gonna have a DJ for every party. We're talking about maybe, 2 parties a month, but that doesn't include a DJ every time.
Well, you've got to be very clear with us, all right? So there are two things we're asking here, all right? Number one is you're going to have 2 events a month. That's what we would put in the stipulation
Okay,
and the resolution, all right?
sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so how many times in those 2 times a month do you intend to have DJs? Do you have to intend to have them twice a month?
It would
Depends.
honestly depend on what the person who's having the party wants. Not everybody wants a DJ. Sometimes the background music is fine.
So the one thing that also strikes me is you're going to have 8 to 10 TV monitors. Now, do you know what that means for me?
Yeah.
That's
What
a
does that mean?
sports bar. That's not a Sweet 16 place. That's a sports bar.
Well,
That's a lot.
honestly, so in other words, I just want to have TVs throughout the place so when people are dining, they have something that they can look at. Meaning,
Go ahead, Jim.
yes, will there sporting events on there? Absolutely. But, I'm not gearing towards a sports bar. I'm gearing towards a restaurant.
And can I interject again?
It's a lot.
Yeah, I think the sports will be more in the bar area, and the TVs in the other areas would be for wouldn't necessarily be for sports. Is that right, James?
Yeah, I mean, they would be there. I don't know if I would even have them on all the time.
So,
There's not always sports on. all the time.
Exactly.
These are the big games, maybe the football
So-
games on Thursday nights,
Yeah.
things like that, Sunday afternoon games.
So
They're
Monday
not- they're more interested in that. Sorry?
so group, what do you think?
I assure you, I'm not gearing towards a sports bar at all. I'm looking to open a nice casual restaurant bar with good food.
Right, and he's gonna be on the
I
second
wish she
floor.
had done a survey of the neighborhood. I'm not
Yeah, I'm
familiar.
not familiar with what's next door.
There's 2
The
residential.
Stenders was there for many, many years. They had all 3 floors. Now he's only taking the second floor.
Look on your phone.
Yeah,
Um,
this is what's going on.
that right, James?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
he's-
I'm only,
he's
I'm
between-
only taking the second floor.
Yeah, he's between the Chinese and the
At
salon.
the second.
The
It was left off
DJ,
by mistake.
the DJ should end at a reasonable hour, like 10 PM if they're gonna do a DJ.
I think so, Gabby. My Gabby is just fabulous. So I
Windows and
think
doors are gonna
that,
be closed.
I think that, we're going to ask that if you're going to have a DJ, that DJ end by, weekdays by 10.
What about
Okay,
weekends?
how about Friday and Saturday?
I'm not there yet.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Sorry.
That's all right. Friday and Saturday by, call it.
Well, let's start out. You want to give people 12.
Yeah. We'll give you till 12.
That's great.
That's very fair.
Yeah,
I
that's great.
think it is too. I have a good
Yeah,
committee.
especially even with the sports bar, the football games are usually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's,
we'll give you.
that's very fair, very reasonable.
We appreciate
Alright.
that.
And if you're going to have any large venue that you think's going to be rowdy, I would suggest you have some security.
Absolutely,
Alright?
absolutely.
That's no problem.
So that the neighbors don't complain. For us, so you all understand, everybody sitting here, the real issue is when they leave your place. And the people who live and sleep in that neighborhood have drunkards on the street, smoking, vomiting,
We took
carrying
you-
on. And you can't control
can I-
that. And that is that's the issue for us.
Okay, he's going to have his manager, if it's just a regular day, at least every hour going downstairs in front of the place, in front of the business, and make sure that it's cleared the area, nobody hanging out and smoking or anything like that.
So.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm very hands-on. There's no worries there at all. I'll be monitoring the outside just as much as I'll be monitoring the inside.
Can't be both places. You gotta have people. You gotta,
Oh, yes,
you're one person,
absolutely.
you've got to have actual people outside at midnight when people are leaving. Friday and Saturday, you gotta have people out. So
Absolutely, 100%. I agree.
Yes.
So I tell you, this is what I'd like to do, and I see if my committee agrees. Your hours of operation from Sunday to Thursday, I'd like to limit you till midnight to start out with, to see how you do. And from Friday and Saturday, we will give you till 1 a.m. We're really hesitant at the beginning now to give till 2 a.m. because we want to see how it works and how it works in the community. All right?
When would we be able to come back to you?
Pardon me?
When
When
would,
they come back.
6 months. Come back in 6 months. I
fair,
have to have you show a track record.
fair,
Yeah.
James?
What?
I'm talking to
The
James.
hours are 11 till
You okay?
midnight,
Sunday through Thursday.
Sunday to Thursday. and
Well-
DJ limited, remember? And 11 to what? 1 for 6 months. Okay?
Susan,
Okay.
Susan, Joel, can I
Even through the
ask,
holidays, if you make it through that, you're good.
Susan, can I ask you a question?
When do you intend to open? When do you think you'll open?
As soon as the liquor license is approved.
Well,
Joel is asking a question.
what's your question, Joel?
So is this an older building?
Yes.
Okay, usually the older buildings, the windows aren't soundproof. I'm a little worried about if you're having a DJ with the noise escaping out through the windows. So are you doing anything to just modify the
Yeah.
windows at all?
Oh, well, I'm gonna look into that, before we open, and I'm gonna see, I'm gonna do a test run and just to see what, I mean, I don't
DJ's not
anticipate
gonna be
having any
loud.
DJs at the beginning anyway.
It doesn't
DJ's not
matter.
gonna be loud.
Doesn't matter
You
the
know, it's still
beginning,
people
the end.
talking. You know, even though it may be an event or something like a party, but
So-
they're not gonna blast it. They'll keep it at a, you know, at a reasonable level, believe me.
Well, everybody has a reasonable level, but if the music is escaping from the second floor down to the street level, that's not reasonable. So I mean,
Right.
what kind of, I know you guys ask these questions all the time. So as far as the speakers and everything else, what are we looking at?
There'll be like maybe 2 or 3 speakers in the entire place. It's not gonna be anything, elaborate. It's gonna be mostly background music. It's not gonna be, it will never be an issue.
Stipulation. We'll put it, we'll put it in the stipulation, and Joe is right, there, it's an old building, the way I see it, it's, those windows open onto the street, right? They open up. If I
Yes, they
remember
do.
They do, okay.
It says that he'll keep his windows closed.
So you.
We'll keep them closed.
It says that they'll keep them closed.
You're gonna keep them closed.
Yes, I'm gonna keep them closed.
All right. You don't get to ask the question, and it's not related to you. I'm sorry. Any other thing from the committee?
BIS, right?
What, no. BIS?
Okay.
It's upstairs,
It's upstairs.
so people, accessibility is not what?
There is none.
There is no, so
It's not.
already you can't go.
You can't go there.
So, well,
What was that?
I'm just relating.
I got it.
So it seems that there's 12 violations on the building, have no idea what they're for, if they have any relation to this, but he said that he showed me there were 12 violations on the thing.
That's not,
Not our problem.
that's not my problem. That's the Department of
I'm
Building.
just a messenger.
That's all right. That's the way it works. And it's the Department of Buildings that has to check it. And that will be when he gets his, the C of O or, and his lease with his landlord. That's
So
for
he's gonna work on that.
But you should work on it.
He is, he's gonna work on it. He's supposed
Okay,
to work on it.
all right. Are there any other questions?
Call to question?
Second,
Second,
all in favor? Joel
I,
and Duran?
abstain.
Okay, you abstain.
Darren votes yes.
Okay, thanks, Duran. All right. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
Put all this in a stipulation and it will be in our resolution and you will have to sign it and get it notarized, all right? With all
If
the
you-
hours and everything else.
Can you send it to me,
Thank you
please?
very much.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Didn't make a mistake. All right, let's go to the next.
Is there any chance we can move the 72 late thing, because I just have to be back with my kids?
It's a little tough now. Now, you're going to be, you're on the next group. I can't, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
If you would have asked me before, I just can't do it tonight. That would have started differently. All right, I have Barcade, 10-12 Cortland Avenue.
100
Oh,
Broad.
I'm sorry, 100 Broad. I don't know why I have this here.
Somehow my document got mixed up.
Yes, okay.
Oh, this is the rooftop and the windows and.
All right. Go there. I can't mind it, I got a lot.
Yeah. So, we're at 100 Broad, is that where we are? It should be right after. Are they here?
Yes. He's here.
Here they are.
Maybe back here.
Oh.
So,
You have the, and the front of your restaurants advertises that there's a rooftop, right? Isn't it? Is it look there?
The real estate agent advertising.
okay,
Is it for your establishment?
Yes, yes.
okay,
It was a former restaurant, Ambia,
yeah,
the second floor and the rooftop.
okay. I'm trying to find it in my whatever. Why don't you speak to it and tell us what, tell us about it.
Planning on opening a restaurant, American Mediterranean, open for lunch, dinner, with, live music throughout the evening. We have we have experience in New York City as operators for 40+ years. I'm licensed in 2 other establishments, Sony Hall, in Midtown, and Arthur's Tavern in the village. Family owns and operates the Blue Note Jazz Club. We're looking, music, live music would be anywhere from jazz, blues, funk, singer-songwriter, world music, 7 days a week.
And Broad and where? What's the cost? Broad and,
Broad and,
Bridge and Pearl.
Water,
okay, so that's.
Broad Street, Bridge and Pearl. It's a triangle.
I live in the other side of Tribeca, so I'm not as familiar with that area.
It's right in the triangle, right?
Yes, the second floor of the triangle. That's it.
I don't have, somehow I didn't. I don't have-
It's almost in the sequel. Almost in the
Sure.
I don't know, it's close.
So you're going to have live music, your hours is what I most would like to see. So,
Hours, they listed was,
we're not going to give you till 4 AM, so that's a given.
the reason why I just put 4 AM. I mean,
Yeah.
If you looked at some of our other establishments, we don't open until 4 AM.
Yeah, then,
But we do for certain private events, whether it's milestone birthdays or, record release parties, Broadway after parties.
I mean, if you look at what we do at the Blue Note, Blue Note has a 4 AM license. We're closed 90% of the time before 2.
So this is what I have to understand. Are you going to be a nightclub?
No.
Okay, so it's not the Blue Note.
Blue Note is a jazz club.
I know,
Yeah.
but
What
it's,
are you gonna be?
You're a restaurant with live music.
okay, so it's different.
Yes, but there's more opportunities for private events at the restaurant with live music than the Blue Note, because the Blue Note has shows every night.
Right?
Whereas with the private event space, we'd like to do that. We want the opportunity to stay open as late as possible.
Listen, we understand, but it's not gonna happen, okay? So we have to figure out what is going to happen and what makes sense. Certainly not on Sundays. Well, it's not,
How many people on the rooftop?
50.
50?
Yes, the second floor is 100 approximately.
it's a large venue.
Are there any residential buildings like, I'm just concerned, I'm always concerned about rooftops, not more than what's inside, what's right around there.
It's a lot of office and there's one hotel, but the one main residential is around the block, 2 Water Street.
Around the, any of you guys from,
Show you this was, I did a survey, but I just pulled out the residential piece from here. These are just small walk-ups with a couple of residents.
where are you?
This is right here, this applicant.
Okay.
This is right here, 2 Water Street, which is around the block.
So,
I have a petition with about 60 names.
okay, yeah, it's small, I know it. So my question is, do you have a plan for cars that are gonna park or people who are gonna drop off or Uber stuff, or how are you gonna handle that?
I don't have a plan right now for that. Majority of our business is either public transportation or Uber drop-off. I didn't identify where the closest parking lots are. I wasn't planning on having a place.
Well, and I didn't think so. I mean, the only issue we always have with the Uber is the traffic and the backing up on the street, what it means for the neighbors.
During that time, there's also, later in the evening, it's less traffic than daytime. For many, many years within all of our other establishments, we've always had great relationships with local police and community boards. We've always were able to crowd control. We never had issues with crowd control and operations. So if anything does become a problem within the community with traffic, we'll address it.
The issue for me is not the indoors is upstairs, am I correct? Second floor. And it's a large venue, it's the roof. And noise travels, no matter what. So you're not gonna have music up on the roof, are you?
No, we would like to enclose the roof fully, with some sort of structure or temporary structure, but that's not up to me right now. That would be landlord of the building, and if we always wanted to put live music up there, I would obviously have to
Come back, yeah. So it's dining limited to weather. It's not, you're not gonna dine out there in December. Questions, Mitch, Gav, anybody online? So I guess our biggest issue are the hours, okay? Come on, Gabriella, think about,
I'm thinking, that has in the past been sort of a dead area. And, but it's amazing to me how that has decreased in terms of becoming more populated. And I'd be very interested to see what your survey has said, because people are populating it, much more frequently. I wish we had, heard from people in the area. That's why the roof is such an issue. What's happening inside is not a concern, it's what is happening outside. That's why we want to limit the hours. Once you're there, then we're gonna hear, whether it works or not. I'm delighted about the live music. The Blue Note is historic. My husband was a jazz musician early on. I'd love to have that continue, but people have jobs, people have lives, they have to get up, to go to work. So I think in the beginning, we have to try to accommodate everybody. So we're gonna give you some shorter hours and see whether or not there's any feedback.
Mitch, you have any questions, have any concerns?
I don't have to recuse myself, but I mean,
I know,
I've worked at all the Blumenauts all over the world, so I'm, obviously but I do have, like, personally, I've lived next to places where there's been open spaces so when I come home from playing at the Blue Note, I want to be able to rest. So I agree with what, Gene, I know, like, and Gene said about the outdoor space, but, and then, I mean, like, obviously, just like devil's advocate, I should be, like, the Blue Note on Third Street there's no, unless anybody who's sleeping at the basketball courts overnight, there's no other residents.
There's a lot of residents.
Right?
A lot. Right next door and across the street.
there is.
Okay, so I guess,
And that we put a apartment above us.
oh, okay, well, yeah, but that's,
All right,
and I don't have any, like, it's just the outdoor space, but I can't speak about the other stuff because I'm kind of conflicted.
I'm inclined, and you tell me if I'm wrong, I would give you on Friday and Saturday till 2. I would certainly give you that for music. Sunday, we have a real problem. I'm gonna separate the roof also a little bit. Gabby, what do you have? What do you think from Sunday to Thursday?
I said 11. 12. 12.
One.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do.
What about Thursday to Saturday?
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it have to be Sunday through Thursday?
Maybe Sunday to Wednesday.
Can you give us Thursday through Saturday till 2, and then?
Yes, don't ask anymore. Wait, let me think about Sunday to till Wednesday. Sundays, we really kind of limit everybody. Live music Sunday, 11. I give you to 11 on Sundays, and I give you Tuesday and Monday and Tuesday till noon. And we're gonna give you this, and you'll come back and you'll let us, you can come back in 6 months. If it's not working we've had no complaints, we'll think about it, all right? But that's what I'd like to go with. So that's jazz, okay? The roof. You'll have the same hours for the roof, don't you? No. Too late. and it's a problem for the roof. Um, Sunday to, Wednesday. It's seasonal. Let's say Sunday to Wednesday for now till 11. And,
I think that's.
it is late, but let's give it to them. Let's see. Sunday to, and, Thursday through Saturday to 1 on the roof. I don't think that's unreasonable.
Okay.
I think it is. And you'll come back and we'll see. You know, it's a crapshoot. I mean, it's a crapshoot in the sense that we want to give you a shot and let's see how it works. Okay? You can come back. What?
The indoor hours?
The indoor hours are, the same. I don't wanna.
Indoor hours, whatever.
The indoor hours are the same as, what I gave them, Monday,
Monday to Wednesday until 12 a.m., Thursday, Friday, Saturday until 2 a.m., Sunday, 11 p.m.
those are the indoor. Okay, sorry, Mitch. I think that's pretty reasonable. All right,
All right, thank you.
wait,
Call
got a
question.
second. All here. I don't know, Town Francis. Everybody online, okay, you're on?
Charcudian votes yes.
Thank you. Joel?
Yes.
You already have it. What's your last name?
Susan, Susan.
Okay, I'm not gonna have that.
I said you were.
Yeah.
We changed.
When are you guys looking to open?
All right, so I'm at.
Good luck.
When they do, they'll come back. I'm not gonna worry about it.
And they know they're large.
Yeah, they have to do, the way they know. All right, Barcade 10-12. Portland.
About hard copies, do you?
Okay, that's great. You can pass them out to Gabriella and one to Mitch. And Jean. And we'll take 2 up here. 10-12. Let me get up. That's cool. Okay,
We were here last year.
I remember.
Yeah. Hello again. Fell through at the other location.
It did.
14 events.
Oh, tell us.
Basically the same concept, as before, Barber Barcade. It's gonna be a, bar, restaurant, arcade. This will be our 10th location. It'll be the, 3rd in Manhattan for within the city. Yeah, it's the same as exactly the same as we presented before. A little bit of a smaller location. It's on Cortlandt Street between Broadway and Church.
This is it.
We'll have a full kitchen. We'll be open for lunch and into the evening. We'll probably have a busy happy hour. So full bar, big games, pinball machines. No DJ. No DJ.
No, TJ,
Yeah, yeah, we'll have background music.
So. What do you intend to do with the 40 seats in the basement?
We'll have a room down there that'll have games and seating, that we will, kind of funnel any kind of, we get a lot of, especially our location in Chelsea gets a lot of corporate, business. We get a lot of like happy hour groups, kind of team building, a lot of that kind of stuff with the games. So, that'll be a space that we can use for people who want something private. It'll it'll basically just be our concept, you know, same thing as upstairs.
So how many private corporate events do you think you'd have on a yearly basis?
Like in that room,
Yeah.
I mean, oh, I mean, it would be great if we booked a group of 40 like every day, but
I would hope not.
I mean, it's not, it's a way to just offer something.
It's a private space for a party, for a birthday or.
Yeah, but I mean, we get a lot of, we just get businesses at happy hour. So it's a way to have them out of the main bar if they want something. It's like private, it doesn't, we won't have a bar down there, so it'll be servers only.
So there's no bar?
No.
Well, you're next to Century 21, right?
Yes, this is part of the old Century 21 complex.
So I'm confused,
Sure.
all right? So let me figure it out.
Yeah.
Because around the corner, I think is going to be the museum. Am I correct? You're gonna have a museum in the old Century 21, in the bank building, the old bank.
Oh, on the corner, yeah, well, yeah, that's not.
And they're going to have a bunch of events and whatever. And you're on Cortland, heading more towards Broadway,
Yes, correct,
correct?
correct.
So these corporate events, you have a lot of Ubers and whatever else, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like a room that we can put a happy hour group of like 40, 50 people. It's not like, I wouldn't call it a large event. It's just a room that they can reserve that would be basically a barcade that's.
And the other, or else, do you remember the hours we gave to the museum? I don't have it in front of me.
Does the museum, is it gonna have a liquor license?
Yep.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize.
And that's very close. It's a lot of overlap. It's the same, whatever. And there are people across the way, you know, there are residents.
We don't have any residents on the block.
Not on the block, but around the block.
There's one residential building
And
around
up
the
on
corner.
Greenwich, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one within a block of any direction. We're pretty.
That's true.
Pretty.
No,
off the
you're
path.
right. You're right. I'm walking. There is no 2 AM on Sunday. That I can just tell you right away.
Okay.
So,
You know-
we'll talk about the other hours.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get 2 AM on Friday and Saturday, considering that it's, you know, we're not high residential.
I don't have any trouble with that. I don't think anybody else would. Sunday, I would give you till 11 AM, 11 PM, sorry. That's on Sunday. And Monday to Thursday,
What are the hours? I mean, you're inching towards the ground zero area. What are the hours of the other places? Are anything else open to 2 AM down there?
no, it's nothing to 2 AM. We're not giving them till 2 AM. We're giving them to, we're not there yet. I'm sorry. There's nothing, but they're, except they're right around the corner from the new one. And from the bank building one.
Yeah, they're only, yeah.
And I can't remember the hours, do you?
There's the Oculus. What's down there?
Well, there's the Oculus, there's the new Performing Arts Center. You know, there's gonna be a lot of traffic around there. I mean, further down. Well, the Zuccotti Park is there, but they close up now.
I'm just wondering what would be open at 2 AM down there.
That's in the Oculus?
It's in the old Century 21.
Not really.
Century
Not
21
really.
building.
No, not there, not that particular block, actually. There's nothing there.
There's nothing there that would be open.
Because there's an office building right across the street.
The street is Liberty.
Yeah.
I
Because
don't have any.
there's so much now during the day. You know, it's just.
So they're not,
Well,
I'm not worried.
It's active and people are there,
Thank God.
otherwise. And I'm just saying.
And there's no
it's
DJ,
quiet.
it's just.
Hmm?
There's no DJ, it's billiards,
Yeah.
it's whatever they call it,
No
arcade
billiards.
stuff.
Yeah.
No billiards, arcade, different scenes, whatever.
You got skee ball?
No sidewalk cafe.
So why do I have that written down?
I wish I had skee ball.
I mean, it's already approaching.
I can't make any deal.
It's a small street, there's nothing. I know the street,
All right, so we agreed to 11 PM on Sunday. So Monday to Thursday, I'm not going to give you two. We're gonna give you 12 to, I would, 12 to 2 AM Friday and Saturday. Let's see how it goes but not Monday to Thursday. I think it's at 2 AM.
No, so Monday to Thursday, what, till when?
Francis, my committee is not happy with me, so I have to listen to them to say, you want to get.
we do one.
All right,
Do it just one.
we're gonna give you till 1 Friday and Saturday,
Oh,
and you can come back in 6 months.
we were so close to two.
I know, but I'm only one person.
that's
I have to listen to my group.
Want to maintain some sort of consistency.
All right.
All right, so we'll give you till 1 AM, Friday to Saturday, 11 Sunday, and, I guess 12. Monday to Thursday.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, let's get it.
That's fair.
Is there any way we could do 12 on Sunday so we can maintain
No.
consistent hours?
Well, that makes sense.
Oh, see, I have to,
I mean,
So we can have, so we can have it the same,
it's Sunday.
Sunday to Thursday.
I just hate Sunday to be open that late. I'm sorry. What you're gonna do is, I'm gonna stick to those hours and you're gonna come back.
Okay.
All right? And you can come back in 6 months and let's see how it goes. Fair enough?
6 months after we open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right? Reasonable?
Yeah, that's totally fine. You guys will love us.
Oh, I hope so.
Lady, that menu was awesome.
Call the question.
Second. All over. James gonna abstain, and my guys online.
I'm good.
Charquaoia
votes yes.
Thank you. Good luck, guys.
Great. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
you can come back.
When you're opening?
Next year.
Yeah. Landlord, landlord.
January, January, February.
Landlord has significant. work.
When you were looking at, was that them?
Yeah, didn't you get one?
No, I.
You got
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry, this.
You want these back?
I know, it's mixed up.
It's don't worry. Become a part of.
Well, we did it. And now we have,
Grove Street.
that's postponed. Now, that's it. We have nobody's here for renewals. I think we did okay.
Right.
78 Leonard, is anybody here for that?
Sexy Indian restaurant. Okay.
78
Are they
Leonard.
here?
Are they online?
Anybody here for 78 Leonard?
All at once. What?
Okay.
All right, we have, we're gonna get to Lake Street, I swear. 39 Avenue of the Americas. The Hilton Garden, right back on.
Yes, we're here on that.
Oh, there you are.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Okay, go for it.
Thank you so much.
So this is I'm Donald Bernstein. I'm counsel for the applicant, the general manager, Joel. He's here with me. This is a corporate change application. The hotel is
Yeah.
being sold, and it's a corporate purchase, stock purchase rather than asset. So it's a corporate change application. The management company is Hersha Hospitality, which has been around for many, many years.
I know.
They are remaining. So the management stays, the operations remain the same. The restaurant in the hotel has its own on-premises license, so the only portion of the hotel that has liquor service is the rooms.
Yeah.
Room service only. So that's all we're talking about. There's no public space within the hotel where liquor is served. It's just the restaurant that has its own license.
I'm in the lobby.
There's no bar or anything. All right?
Yeah, all right.
No bar, no-
I didn't think so.
I give you one? Do you have?
Here. She's looking at her computer. I don't have any trouble. Does anybody have any trouble? It's corporate change. We have hotels. Donald, it's a pleasure.
I have a question.
Oh, Joe has a question.
So just to make sure you have not been approached by the city or the state to change into a migrant hotel?
Approach to change to a migrant hotel? No.
Wow. Joe.
Yeah, well, I want to make sure that I'm approving a liquor license that's going to be for what they're doing and not for some trouble in the future.
Oh, okay. So can we call the question?
That's not right.
Second.
I'm sorry, that's not right.
No. Of course it isn't, but I'm not gonna get into it, okay?
What heading, under what heading is this? I'm not seeing.
It's, this.
39 of these are.
No, I have it here, but I'm under.
Next page.
Oh,
I'm.
Okay, so, call the question?
Call the questions.
Second,
Okay.
all in favor,
Aye,
online?
yes.
Sarah?
Harpootlian votes yes.
Oh, I see. I
Thank
see
you.
where it is.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It'll be fine, it'll be fine.
Okay, good. All right,
What is your-
okay.
Sorry. All right, guess what's next? You got it. Sorry, but. I have to find it. We have it. Yeah, a couple. I'm trying to find it.
All right, you ready for us?
And where, this,
I think everyone in this room is ready for it.
72 minutes.
That's North, this is North Tribeca, Susan?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
All right. Hello, everyone.
why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Phil Dorn. I am the attorney for the applicant with Pizetsky and Bookman. To my left is Taylor Hubbs, owner of Taylor Collective. You may remember Taylor. She was before this committee back in February, I believe, for a nearly identical application over on Franklin Street, 175 Franklin. Unfortunately, that deal with the landlord fell through, and as such, Taylor has taken the last several months to find a location that is suited for her business, and that is 72 Lake Street. I just want to make sure everyone understands this, that although this is legally classified as a tavern, that is nothing more than a legal classification under the alcoholic beverage law. This is a restaurant, through and through, all the way to the point where Taylor has hired a Michelin star chef to head the food program at the restaurant. The only reason it's classified as a tavern is because under the alcoholic beverage law, if you don't have a full extensive food menu, you have to be classified as a tavern as opposed to a restaurant. But this is a food forward program just with a very curated and smaller focused food menu. That's why it's considered a tavern. There's no outdoor space, and we're asking for 1 a.m. each night, and to please Susan, fully closed on Sundays.
I saw.
So I know there are people here that have opinions about this space. We are open to hearing everybody's concerns. Taylor is a resident of North Tribeca. She knows what it means to operate a place that doesn't stand to impact the quality of life in the neighborhood. And so she and I are open to hearing every concern that everyone has to say, and we're looking forward to working with everyone.
I'm trying to find my application here somewhere,
Oh,
but you
you can
have
bring
one
it with
for
me.
me.
I have
So,
copies for.
Just give me one so I can stop switching around here, shuffling papers. Please. So, what kind of food? Talk to me about that.
I'm Taylor, by the way. If I can just say a couple of words, I live on Northmore in Hudson. I've been there for many, many years. I live with my husband there.
Thank you
He was
very
born in Tribeca. We love the neighborhood, and I think that this is really missing in the neighborhood. I also just want to kind of share a little bit more about what's going there. I have like a private art collection of Banksy, Warhol, Basquiat's on the walls, lent to me by a family friend. I have the beverage director of Del Posto working, she was there for 15 years as the beverage director. So it's really, really a high-end establishment. You won't hear anything. I'm paying 300,000 in soundproofing, and there's a doorman outside because of the art inside.
Question was the type of.
Oh, the food, sorry. I just wanted to
Okay.
get that out
Yeah.
there. The food, it's definitely small plates designed for sharing. If anyone's been to like One White Street or La Bay, similar, just like small dishes. I think that's the way that, a lot of dining has moved towards, like share plates, like you go to dinner and
And
you'll
it'll be
order.
French, Italian
French
inspired.
Italian, yeah, exactly. But definitely enough to have a dinner, or a drink and snacks.
You don't have a lease yet, right?
I'm hoping to
Where-
sign it next week. I have an LOI.
Is the asterisk next to the DJ or the recording for limited to special occasions or private parties?
Do you mind repeating that? Sorry.
So on the type of music, you have an asterisk limited to special occasions, private parties. Is the asterisk, it's between recorded and I think it's for the DJ,
That's for
correct?
the DJ.
Okay, so I just to bring that to your attention.
This would not be, this would be background level DJ, limited to just the occasional special event. This is, you know, not a weekly occurrence by any means. I mean, just to leave us the option in case, you know, for example, if Fashion Week is here, and someone wanted to have a dinner with curated records in the background, that's all it would be.
How many special events do you think you will have?
Once a month.
Once a month.
And the DJ wouldn't even be similar to the application before. That doesn't mean the DJ is every single one of those. It might be 0 times a year. It might at most be 12 times a year, probably fall somewhere in between.
And your maximum capacity is 74.
That's right.
You fall just under the large family.
You've indicated that this is something that's needed in the area.
I think so. I think that for like the level of, class of the restaurant that I'm trying to build, it doesn't really exist. Like a super nice cocktail bar with, you know, like small plates for sharing, it doesn't really exist in the neighborhood.
That's not true.
Wait, she gets to talk, let her get to talk, please.
You have Titsu Bar at Coquette's, which is wonderful, but I know they're going members only. And there's a few other.
That's your.
Listen,
The bar is.
do me a favor, please.
Sorry, I'm just saying that wasn't factual.
Okay, what you can happen when I call on you.
We just believe that this establishment is a great fit for the neighborhood with the restaurant right on the corner on Greenwich and Late, which I'm gonna butcher the name of, Le Bay. That is a Michelin star restaurant. The Michelin stars came out yesterday. It was given a star again for the consecutive year. This will be, as Taylor mentioned, with a chef, a Michelin star chef and a Michelin star beverage program. This is looking to fit right in to this high quality neighborhood. Taylor lives in the neighborhood. I also live in the neighborhood. She knows what it means to bring a quality establishment. She has worked in the industry for many years. Her husband's father has worked in the industry for many years, so it runs in the family, and they want to bring a quality place to this street.
So one of the questions is, they asked, in terms of, are there 3 or more establishments with like liquor license in the area? And to list them, you did not list them.
Oh, no, yes, we did. We printed the proximity report, which is right here. I'm looking at it, I can pass you a hard copy if you'd like.
It's right there.
There are 5 within 500 feet. Oh,
I've got it here. Thanks, Gail.
hold on.
Got it. Thank you.
And none of these are Michelin star restaurants or on the level of yours?
Yes, there are 2. They're, Sushi Shimura and LeVay both have a Michelin star, and the owner is actually one of my advisors in the project.
8. So there's 8 listed here and you'll make 9.
Within 500 feet?
He's got the within 750 feet.
No,
Yeah, it's not.
any establishments within 500 feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's on page 2 of 2 on the printout from
Yeah.
the State Liquor Authority's website, active on-premises liquor licenses.
So, does my committee have any questions?
You want to hear from the community?
Yeah,
We wanna
we're
hear
gonna
from the
listen to the
community.
community.
Susan, I do.
And I'm going to ask each of you to identify yourself. I'll call on you.
Susan,
And,
Mark Amaruso.
yeah, I'm sorry, he's.
What's your question, Mark?
Yeah,
Should I go?
what's the question?
Go ahead, Mark.
Okay. Well, the establishment that's on Greenwich and Late, they had an event last night. It's bad enough that it's on Greenwich. I don't know if they informed the community board. They have half the sidewalk closed. There was velvet ropes everywhere. There was about 10 or 12 giant SUVs parked along Greenwich Street. That's problematic in and of itself, but a space on Late, as you know, this is the artery that runs out of the Holland Tunnel exit to the West Side Highway. It's already bad enough already, but then to have a restaurant there with Ubers waiting all the time, double, triple parked or whatever they do all the time when they just sit around doing nothing, just adds to what already the mess that's going on there now. And as far as a DJ, I would not allow a DJ. When you have a DJ, it completely changes the method of operation. It is no longer a restaurant. It is a restaurant with a DJ. So it's completely different method of operation. And I don't know if they have a traffic plan to deal with this, knowing that that's a main artery. So that needs to be addressed in detail, how that's going to be mitigated. And no DJ.
Okay. Let's hear from the community, but I want everybody.
Sarah Charcuti and question, can I see the hours? I saw 1 a.m. there. I wasn't sure if that was all week.
Yes.
Or if it was just Friday, Saturday.
I haven't given that yet. I'm gonna say it at the end. Okay. Yeah, it's a minute. I just want everybody to be very clear, okay? We met, Francis and Inej and I and 2 other members of the board, met with the head of the SLA on Monday. And I want you all to be very clear. There are certain things we can ask of them to do, but to reject this outright is not going to be possible.
No,
Wait, let me finish. Okay? I want you to be very clear because we got our marching papers from the SLA, right? There are issues that they will overrule us, but we have the right to put in stipulations and make requests. And that's what I'm about tonight, okay? And so I want you all to listen, and I'm gonna let Phil respond, and then I'm gonna call on you, okay?
Thank you, Susan. And I would just like to add to that, that we're also here to work with everybody. So we're on the same page there. But just to quickly address Mark's points, the first about the restaurant on Greenwich Le Bay, that's completely irrelevant. That's not us. We have nothing to do with that operation. We can't speak to what happened, and that can't be held against us. As far as traffic plans go, this is a restaurant, as you noted, with a capacity of 74 people. This is not a nightclub. This is not a place where there's going to be a bunch of cars and there's no velvet ropes out front, nothing like that. This is just like your quiet neighborhood restaurant. There's no reason that there would be any sort of traffic jam or load of cars waiting out front. I mean, this is a small restaurant. If you think, like Taylor mentioned, 1 White Street, that's, as you know, that's on White and West Broadway. There aren't Ubers waiting outside. There aren't cabs waiting outside, drop-offs, pickups. It's a restaurant.
Can I just ask a question? And just to play devil's advocate, if it's a restaurant, why would it be necessary to employ a doorman, security personnel?
I have the answer for you. That's
Okay.
because, as Taylor mentioned, a big part of the business model is that Taylor is an art collector, and there is going to be millions of dollars worth of art in that restaurant. And so the security guard is strictly to keep an eye on the art. It's not for, I mean, they're happy to manage in case there were ever a person to loiter outside or something like that, but it's fully to keep an eye on the art.
Susan, to say that they're not going to be Ubers or taxis out front of a restaurant, is he telling me that not one single patron in this that's gonna come to this restaurant is going to not call an Uber to get picked up? That is ridiculous.
Mark, I don't think he's telling you that, and I don't think any of us think that. But what he was saying is, they're large venues, they don't intend to have those kind of buyouts. And we will ask what kind of buyouts they're going to have, but I'm not there yet, okay? Those are questions, and if they're going to have traffic, what they expect and how they're going to deal with it. But I'm not there. Jean?
I do want to hear from the neighbors, but what I most want to convey is, because our powers with the liquor license have really changed. And the only thing that we really have the ability is to configure the hours and stipulations to make it more difficult for people to have problems. In other words, if we give you shorter hours and maybe makes the traffic a little less problematic, but so be very careful in terms of what you see as issues. And we will do the best we can to mitigate whatever problems you may be, suffering from. But I think that the three bar minimum, whatever, is largely been ignored.
Right.
And I wish it was in place, because we could definitely use it, but it really doesn't exist. And all we can ask of the new applicants is behavior, and just to put in place some restrictions so that it can be given a set of rules that will mitigate and help you get along with the neighbors. But you're the ones that have to live with whatever we ask them to do. So tell us, what your issues are, what your concerns are, but we cannot stop a license.
We really can't unless it's so egregious, and so far, it doesn't appear to be. So let's just wait. Let's just hear them out. But I want to hear the community, Mark.
Madam Chair, I have a question.
Yeah, who are you?
Darren Charcudian.
Oh, I couldn't see Jerome, sorry. What's your question?
Look, I'll preface this with, look, I'm not a native New Yorker, so I don't necessarily understand the late night dining thing. But look, we've heard the attorney and the applicant stress that this is a restaurant, this restaurant. Great, it's a restaurant. Why the 1 a.m. closing Monday through Saturday? I'll begrudgingly agree to Friday, Saturday. Okay, fine. Maybe, right? Monday through Thursday, this is a restaurant, how many people realistically, and look, I'm not in the hospitality business, so please enlighten me. Monday through Wednesday, I mean, I know Thursday, sometimes a new Friday, whatever. How many people are sitting out at a restaurant past 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock, you know, on those first 3 days of the week?
We don't disagree. We're not there yet, Deron, but thank you. Let me,
So that's something I'd like to hear before the end of the discussion, but at this point, and I do need to step away briefly, I don't agree to these hours, so.
fine, neither do we, so we're fine. Sir,
Okay, my name's Neil.
okay, you want to let
I've
your
been
wife,
living on this block next to this building
Okay.
since 1977.
okay,
And my wife, Erica, who's sitting next to me, she's president of the co-op that is the corporation that owns my building. It's a 10-story building. We worked very hard to make sure our ground floor was zoned for residential. It's grandfathered in. There was a variance with the Board of Standards and Appeals when we got our CO. And there are other buildings here represented surrounding this location. On the other side of the street, we have Jeff.
58, 68, 76, 71.
And I have to just defer to my wife because she's been preparing for
this,
what she's gonna tell you. And then I'll speak after her.
I just want to tell you, okay, I'm Erica Marcia. I'm a
Okay.
resident of Tribeca for over 40 years. As you know, I'm the president of Lake Co-op Corp. I represent 10 families who are all here supporting me, many of them. Thank you. I also, here in my hand, I have letters from 16 buildings in the neighborhood that are opposed to your restaurant, all around Leach Street, Greenwich Street, Vestry Street. We have a total of 327 families who do not want you to come into Leach Street. I'm really sorry to tell you, but we just don't feel this is in the best interest of our community. We have multitude of reasons, but the quality of life in Tribeca has really slid, and to have another restaurant come in, it just doesn't help us in any way. It only helps you and the landlord. We're very pro-business. We love the restaurants in our neighborhood, but we just don't feel this restaurant right here is the right thing for us, and I can tell you why. First of all, 72 Lake Street ground floor has never had a New York State liquor license ever before. So how could the community board know what the effects will be on the neighborhood? The license has never been granted in that space. There's lack of proper egress and accessibility. 72 Lake Street is not ADA compliant. They also state in their application that there will be no outside dining. Can they state that for a fact? That they'll be not using the loading dock for outside dining and alcohol consumption? This does not need to be mentioned in their application since it is within the perimeters of the building. That potentially would add additional noise and cause hardship to the neighbors. The current certificate of occupancy does not allow the proposed use. Given that this is not an approved use of the space, a non-compliant use should not be supported by the community board. The Landmarks Preservation Commission and NYC Department of Buildings should approve any proposed change of use, sign off on any required improvements, and use an appropriate C of O before this application is even put before you for consideration. Per the New York Liquor License Authority, no more than 3 on-premise liquor licenses are permitted within 500 feet of each other. There are 5 existing liquor licenses established in the 500-foot distance from 72 Lake Street. The owner of that building, Perry NYC LLC, is an absentee landlord. I personally observed many loud parties former tenants of the building had on their roof, with tents, open flame heaters, barbecues, and hundreds of guests. Their sidewalks are constantly littered with refuse. In other words, there's nobody looking after this building and the conduct of the tenants. There's no full-time management on site, no full-time super on site. Check the building, the BIS, and you will see the history of building maintenance neglect and violations. The building owner is a Bahamian LLC, and the owner of that LLC doesn't live in the country. It is understandable that a landlord would want to lease out vacant space in their building, but when a landlord is off premises and is unaffected by the consequences of this restaurant, then money is the sole motivation for invoking business deals. not the quality of the life of its neighbors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mitch, you have.
Yeah, so just to piggyback on, I'm sorry, your name again?
Erica.
Erica said, I'm just trying to mediate. So do you commit to no outside dining?
Yes.
Okay, so then in the application, it says, I will not apply for a sidewalk cafe license until at least a year of beginning the operation. So could that be changed to, I will not apply for an outdoor?
Nowhere to put them.
I mean,
There's no way to put it.
Okay.
That's clear.
I'm trying to
I got it.
get together. And the other thing is, I was unaware, because I didn't see anything about rooftop activities, so.
No, I was just explaining how there's no landlord there.
Right.
There's nobody, it's like having 100 kids in that building and there's
Right.
no parent. There's nobody who does anything in that building.
Sure, but, so just a question of my own knowledge.
Yes.
Would that have, like,
No, I'm just showing that
Okay.
there's an absentee landlord.
okay,
Do people live in that building?
Yes, oh, yeah.
Yes, there are residents there. It's a rental.
I live on the sixth floor, which is
No,
right.
He's in 70.
In the
Oh,
building.
sorry,
Yeah,
I thought you said-
So I know where you all live. You all live around, but there's the resident.
Yes,
the
yes,
resident-
yes, it's a building.
It's a residential building except for the ground floor, 72 Lee.
Okay, are any of those residents here?
No, they did not show up.
They didn't show up.
They told us they were going to, but they didn't.
Okay, well.
Do you have anything written? Because you got a lot of written-
No,
I know nothing.
You didn't receive any letters from 72
I don't think I did. but-
or 79? That's the other gentleman who told me he swore he was going to be here.
But you have our letters from the
From
next
79.
door.
And we have 16 letters.
If I may, I can continue speaking while you're looking.
Well, if there's something different to say.
Oh, of course I can.
Okay, and since your wife spoke, I'm gonna let some other
I
people
live in the
speak.
other adjacent
Yes.
building. I live in 68.
Tell me your name, please.
Courtney Coleman.
Okay,
And I have three really specific concerns. Number one, their outdoor area that you enter from is connected to mine. We have a very narrow entrance, but already, I mean, it's already quite small. And so now the idea of us having to get up with the stroller and the children and potentially be dealing with patrons coming and going from a restaurant is something that I never have considered before. And it seems almost impossible that like suddenly we're going to be dealing with that many people in the afternoon and evening hours. That's one huge concern of mine. The second was they mentioned venting. Where is the venting going to be happening? I think you mentioned that it would go through the exterior of the building in the back.
Correct.
Which is open. So all of our buildings are open in the back. It's a pretty narrow, open space. So if something's being vented to the back, I've been through this before when I lived in Eureka. That smell, the smells, everything, I mean, I felt like I lived in a grill. So that doesn't seem like a proper venting solution to me because a lot of bedrooms in all of these buildings face that space. And we all have windows there. This is just not well vented. My third concern is noise. I have windows on Greenwich Street and on Lake Street. And I can tell you that everybody coming out of Paisley, which is the restaurant on Greenwich Street, I hear every Uber pull up at night. I hear every single person out on the street on their phone, trying to locate their car. It's a real problem. And last night on Lake Street was the first time that I really had a problem with La Bay. And you can hear everything. The noise just bounces between these buildings. I never would have moved. I mean, we moved into this apartment. We spent a year and a half renovating it. I just moved in. I have two young sons, 6 and 3. If I had known that we were going to have a restaurant on every single side of us, I have Paisley to the left, I have La Bay directly across the street, and now I'm going to have potentially a restaurant on the other side of me. I can't even imagine. This was a quiet residential neighborhood. We moved to be on the corner of Reed, which is a pretty lively zone. We came to North Tribeca looking for peacefulness and privacy, and it's such a community-oriented neighborhood with young families, a million young children that live on the street with us. I cannot fathom having, this just seems like the wrong space for a restaurant. And when the question I really would ask is if the thesis of this restaurant is that nothing like this exists in the neighborhood, then why is the one example that they bring up La Bay directly across the street?
Well, she's giving you, I'm not advocating, but she's giving you an example in all fairness. I mean, that's all.
It just seems that there could be better locations.
Well, who else? Did you want
This gentleman here wants.
Yeah, so Jeff Fields.
Thank you.
Thank you. I represent, president of the condo board for 71 Lake Street, so directly across the
I
street.
got it.
33 families, and I would just say Erica did a really good job pulling the neighborhood. 16 buildings all surrounding it, saying it's the wrong use, and just you're asking for new information. The issue is all of the established liquor licenses, the 5 in the neighborhood, their closing hours are mostly 10 p.m. and one or two are 11 p.m. These are real restaurants where people sit down and eat full meals and are dead empty by 10:30, all of them. And so what I think the real genesis of all 16 buildings, like the real genesis of the concern is there's not a desire for whether it's small plates or no food, it's centered around a beverage program. The community doesn't want that in that space. And because you can hear all the noise, and Wade is such a crazy artery that even when one Uber pulls up, the entire street's blocked. So this is just the wrong location. We would support it in another location. I have 3 Michelin star restaurants in my building that I supported and voted in as a landlord. Respectfully, it's the wrong space. And I think that is what we'd like to convey to you tonight. Understanding the board's position of what they can do. We'd all love to attend your restaurant, but it needs to be in a different space. I'm hoping that you can maybe take that away from this conversation.
Okay, I'm gonna ask something of the community. Francis' question would be, if you could have something there, what would you have? The likelihood is they could put a cannabis thing there, and we have no right. I mean, it would close at 9 o'clock, but still. So I want to say, I have some ideas. And I'm not coming from I'm coming from having listened to the commissioner of the State Liquor Authority. And I'm trying to figure out if we can make this work in any way. I agree about the hours, and I think that we have to come to some reasonable compromise. I don't think I would not advocate or allow you to have a DJ. I think you gotta figure out, you gotta listen. And I think it sets a tone that's very different, all right? I think that if it's a restaurant, and if you really want a high quality restaurant, I think hours are a big deal. I think my committee member said them, and I think all the people said them. I don't know what else I would demand of you other than to be a good neighbor, and we would want to know what you consider buyouts or having venues in your restaurant, because I'd want to limit them.
Severely.
Well.
With respect.
Yes, no. I'd want to limit them, and the hours are not acceptable. That's very clear.
Susan, may I say one thing, please?
You certainly may.
Okay. Yesterday, I spoke to Officer John Gutierrez of the 1st Precinct. That's our precinct.
SARS too.
Okay. I said to him, are you aware that there's a restaurant going in here? And he said that he would not recommend a restaurant going in there based on the traffic situation alone. His beat is the traffic down Lake Street, coming out of the Home Tunnel, turning right onto West Street, or turning left onto West Street. He's there every day. He's handing out tickets every day. He said to me in no uncertain terms yesterday, you can check with him if you like.
I don't need to.
He said it's not a good idea to put in a restaurant there.
Well, listen.
Can we hear?
There are a lot of locations. We can't make, I don't make those judgments. In addition, the police are granting all kinds of things in my neighborhood that I'm absolutely appalled at. And one side doesn't talk to the other. So I want to make some recommendations. I want Gabrielle.
Could they speak to their traffic plan before we?
Can I speak to everything that was just said? There was a lot that was just thrown out there and I would love to try to address it all.
All right, Phil, go.
Thank you. I'll try to go in order. I do my best to hit everything. Erica, thank you for your comments. First and foremost, the comment about egress and ADA compliance, the space will be fully ADA compliant.
Is that possible when you're a landmark builder and you have to get?
We're working with Landmarks Committee.
Okay, what about the C of O?
C of O is working on being amended or getting a letter of no objection. That was my next point.
And what about the fence going up?
Wait. Let him speak,
Thank you.
please.
As far as the certificate of occupancy goes, you had mentioned to not allow us to proceed until a certificate of occupancy is amended. Legally, that is not required. As we all know here, city and state agents take many, many months to do things such as issue amended certificates of occupancy or letters of no objection, and to issue liquor licenses. When it takes upwards of a year to get a liquor license, you have to start the process somewhere. If we were required to amend a certificate of occupancy, which can take 8+ months, and then apply for a liquor license, which can take upwards of a year, there's no landlord in New York City that would give that kind of concession. Unfortunately, it's not required until you have your liquor license, and we are working on that subsequently with this application to get the certificate of occupancy corrected. There is no loading dock. There is no outdoor seating. We spoke about that. As far as the landlord goes, an absentee landlord, that's irrelevant for us. We are not the landlord. We control the unit that will be taken over, and we plan to operate that unit to the best of our abilities and to take care of that unit, to make sure there is no trash, limited noise, everything that you want in a well operational.
Trash when you have all.
Erica, please, let him finish.
My point is just that an absentee landlord is not relevant to our control and our operation.
It is for your, because the building was flooded. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
No, listen,
Basement was
everybody,
completely flooded.
I've got to have order here.
Thank you.
I don't want to say you can't speak again, please, all right?
And the last point that you made, Erica, was about the legal standard of public interest and 3 or more establishments within 500 feet. As Susan alluded to in the beginning of this meeting, that does not make it illegal to issue a liquor license within that area. All that means is that the applicant needs to demonstrate that there is public interest. Hence why we are having this whole conversation right now. If it's proven to the liquor authority that there is public interest, then the 3 or more establishments goes by the wayside. That's the legal standard.
So where's the public interest?
I'm going to continue addressing all the points. I wanted to make sure that legally the correct legal standard is on the table here. Courtney, you mentioned that it seemed impossible.
It infringes on her.
You mentioned that it seemed impossible to envision an entryway where there are patrons. You're sharing a similar space with the residential entrance. Unfortunately, that unit is zoned for commercial use. And that is something that a resident signs up for when they move into a neighborhood. If the unit is commercial and it's not residential, then there's nothing stopping any commercial tenant, let alone Taylor, from coming in there. As Susan mentioned, this could be a cannabis store. This could be a sex shop. This could be something completely ludicrous. This is a nice restaurant that we're talking about. And obviously, because it has a liquor license and alcohol being a controlled substance, we're required to come before the community board, so that gives the neighbors an opportunity to speak. But we take that as an opportunity to work with the neighbors. If this, like I said, was a sex shop or something like that, your opinions wouldn't even be able to be heard. So this is an opportunity to work together. And in our opinion, a fine dining establishment is an added benefit to this community as opposed to some other place that is commercial. The venting, it is going through the back and upwards, so as to try to avoid all the residential units.
I mean by upward? Is it some sort of vent to the roof before it escapes, or we're just having it vented into the open space?
there's, I'm putting a commercial grade HVAC system that's going up and out. I can get more details on it now.
Right. Up and out into the floor.
Our code facilities. Has to go 5 feet above.
That's fine.
The closest, roof
Those are my daughters.
structure.
Yeah, it has to go, it has to go up,
Yeah,
5 feet, I mean.
we
With
will
that,
be fully compliant.
all right, Phil,
I'll wrap it up.
all right.
I think the last thing I'll say is just that, I don't mean this to slight anyone, but, everyone wants the fancy neighborhood until the fancy place comes to your block. Part of the value to living in North Tribeca, and I live in Tribeca.
I know.
Is that there are Michelin star and credentialed places, and we pride ourselves in the type of establishment that we're bringing to this neighborhood.
I think we're all, just in all fairness to everybody, I live in the financial district. It's a mess everywhere and everybody is just on overload. And so you know, it's not as if this is a group of people that don't have restaurants around them, okay? Saying one more, all right? And I'm saying that, the SLA doesn't care that it's one more. That's what we heard the other day. I wish I could tell you differently, all right? And, I wish I could tell you that public interest matters to them. It does unless it's egregious. And so I would propose different hours, absolutely. You may not like them, all right? And I would propose no DJ at all, okay? And that, we give it, whatever we give you, I'm always willing to look again. You would have to wait a year. I'm not gonna, from opening, I'm not gonna give you 6 months.
Why
All
is
right,
that?
Because of the community issue for me is so intense. I haven't had this in a while. And I feel that they have to be able to, it's not the end of the world. I don't know, but wait, so not a word yet. Yeah.
I'm still curious about the traffic plan.
Well, I think that is a piece of it, that we have to know what we're gonna do. Because Ubers, the traffic, the lineup, and the whole street is a mess. I understand that. But to add additional is a problem, okay? And you have to do it. So we need something. Yeah, how you're gonna mitigate it. And I guess my question is, if you're going to have events within our hours, how many a month do you anticipate? You got to give us an idea, because that's a lot of people. I mean, a lot, you only can have 74, but I want to know what these events are going to be.
Excuse me, and there's two other issues that the community might be interested in terms of when you're gonna have garbage collection.
That's right.
And deliveries.
Thank you. That's why Francis is here.
May I add a detail? On that strip of Lake Street, directly in front of this building, Amazon has created kind of like their delivery hub.
2 big trucks.
So 2 big trucks park every day. They now put out orange cones. Our sidewalk has been cut in half. They spend the entire day, well into the late afternoon. So this is what's going on directly in front of that building in my building. Our garbage was not picked up on Monday night because the Amazon trucks blocked it and the garbage could not be picked
Are
up.
they able to do anything about the orange cones? Just like some club that tries to
They
take up
can
the space?
piss in the wind, pardon my language, and call the DOT, right? And then what? I'm sorry, I would call the police.
What about the first precinct?
That's what I would do. I would call the police.
Susan, they don't do crap. They're not gonna do a goddamn thing. And Amazon uses the street as their own office and the other deliveries. They don't do nothing.
I know. Architecture of the building, where their entrance and my entrance combined is such that these are old window bays that are filled in, and they create almost like natural benches. So I already all day long have the Amazon workers sitting there, eating their lunch, smoking pot. And now,
Smoking weeds, of course.
what will also happen, it will turn into a bench situation for patrons coming and going from the restaurant, waiting for their Uber, smoking cigarettes. Like, this is truly the problem.
I just don't see how you could ignore 327 people who live around this restaurant who are visiting. And my wife has the letters from them right here in her hand.
I have a bunch of them too.
Well, she's saying that the SLA would probably approve it anyway. So if we don't come up with any stipulations, then they get 100% with nothing. It's almost like the lesser of two evils. And like, let's say we support you 1,000%. And the SLA, and we say we reject this, and the SLA approves it, then
We have nothing.
it's, well, yeah, right. And so that's where Susan was coming from. You know, and I'm sympathetic to that, but it's trying to protect some things as opposed to 100% of nothing.
And they have the right to go to the SLA.
Yeah, but right now,
That was gonna be my suggestion.
I just want to add something, if I may.
Yeah. I've lived in Tribeca since 1971. And, we had very similar sort of transfer of situation on Duane Street. And when we went from shoe wholesalers to restaurants. And we had to work with the community board and work with the SLA, but also working with our elected officials. In terms of, we were able to get, the restaurants to close at midnight. And all of them closing at midnight. And they all do, because we got the elected officials to go to the SLA with us and make that a standard, because suddenly the SLA began to realize with the elected officials with us, that this was now turning into not a quiet little shoe wholesaler area, but a real residential neighborhood. You've got a lot of people here.
Yes.
We're gonna try with the limited power we have to put real restrictions on the hours and real restrictions on what
And the noise,
and the noise. But I would say, take the names of the people that you have with you, contact your elected official. We can get you their names.
yes.
And let them know what is happening to Lake Street, because it really is something that is bordering on the
And you
extreme.
can, you can go to the SLA hearing, but I want to see, before okay? I want to see if we can come up with something that makes sense, all right? So.
Susan, I got a point of information that I want to see what the committee thinks. The fact that they didn't have the foresight to come up with a traffic plan or even think that traffic would be an issue doesn't bode well. And I think that we should ask them to return next month to with the traffic plan so we can opine on this. If they refuse, we have two options. We can reject the application, or if they agree as good neighbors to come back with a traffic plan, which they should have thought of in the first place, we can just send an email to SLA and saying that it's going to be delayed for a month. Because I will not vote in favor of this application.
I know that.
Can we take a straw poll of the committee on my proposal about asking them to come back in a month with a traffic plan? Because I don't think they can come up with one in the next 2 minutes.
Well, of course they can't. And
we need one. We need one. It's in the public, that's a public interest. That's a real public interest.
We want to know about garbage collection
And, delivery.
and deliveries.
I do have one other, may I ask? Because
Yeah.
since there's no super there, okay, and you guys have to put your stuff in these new containers, it's the new restaurant, and then the sanitation, whoever, your private carting, it gets thrown into the street. Who's picking that up until you get there with your staff at 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
I'm
Those containers all over the street.
ready to address that.
These
Yeah,
are
you
the type
can
of
ask
things
Jeff.
you have to deal with.
This building has 3
Please.
restaurants across the street.
I'm gonna let Phil, stop. I'm gonna only continue with this for a little while longer, because all right? Phil, answer the question.
Sure.
please.
As far as garbage collection goes, We have a trash room down in the cellar, so all trash will be kept down there until right before trash pickup.
And when do you have for trash pickup? What are
That
your
hasn't
hours?
been decided yet, and we're willing to work with you all for what
Well,
works with
there's
you.
some things
There's a huge rat problem in New York City. That is New York City.
that one of the things that we suggest is, from the committee, is that you connect with whoever the other restaurants are, so that you have the same.
Same synchronized.
Same synchronized, the same
Love
carting
that.
company, and that, and we would put that in the resolution,
Happily.
absolutely. That, so that, I don't like garbage picked up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No.
People are sleeping. We're very clear about this kind of stuff.
We're
They
happy
have-
to stipulate to
Well,
having.
whatever
garbage
the
pickup.
bay
Yeah.
I've never been to has, you know, or what, however you connect. So,
So can I finish what I was saying? 'Cause
Go,
there were a few other points.
okay,
Deliveries, it's in our packet, 9 to 11 a.m. That was in our information packet.
yes, I saw that.
Amazon, smokers, that's not us. We can't speak to that. You can't keep disparaging our application with Amazon workers. That's not us. It's irrelevant.
You could be helpful.
And the last thing is the traffic plan. As I mentioned before, maybe my point was not understood fully, Mark. This is not a large venue. This is not a place that is going to have ongoing traffic. This is a neighborhood restaurant. When one Uber drops off a diner, someone who's going to the restaurant to dine at 7:30, there might be another one that comes and picks up someone at 10 o'clock. I mean, there's no need for a traffic plan because there's not going to be traffic congestion. This is a small, quiet restaurant.
Okay.
That's not to say that Ubers.
That's not correct. All you need is one Uber sitting there, with his finger doing whatever, and for 10 minutes waiting for it, and screws up the entire traffic flow all the way back to the tunnel.
Ubers will not be waiting there because this is not like a venue where events end at a certain
So-
time. Someone is gonna leave dinner, call their Uber, get in the car and leave.
Okay.
That's it.
Yes, it's on Lake Street, it's a problem.
I have one last new point, you just have.
Wait. Mark, there's somebody else who wants to talk, and then I've got to get to the hours, I've got to get to what I want to hear. I have a little problem with the traffic plan, Mark, for them. You can vote however you want, I just kind of disagree with you on this. It's a restaurant with 74 maximum people. She's gonna be lucky to get those to begin with anyway. I mean, it's gonna take time. I'm not sure that they should be held, this is not, Spring Studios or somebody who has 150. I have two questions, and, but I don't want them to answer, I want them to think about. How many buyouts or parties would you expect to have? Don't answer me yet. On a monthly basis. That's a big issue for the community. I mean, your hours are your hours that we'll give you, but I still want to know that. I think I can't even remember the second. Who is online that wants a question?
See Leon, you can speak. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. My name's Sherry Leone, and I have a question for the chair. It's really a question for clarification because from what you're saying, it seems to me like you're saying that this board will not ever recommend to deny a liquor license application based on a conversation that you had with the state liquor authority. Am I misunderstanding that?
That's one question.
Yeah. I missed a lot of what you said. There was some connection problems, but I agree with what you're saying.
Deron?
I miss, as I noted in the chat,
Well, we're giving them, Gabrielle looked up the hours of Paisley, another restaurant and high-end restaurant that are open 6 days a week till 9:30. And we would give them till 9:30, Jerome.
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
A is 11 and midnight, which is.
I'm not
more
gonna give
akin-
them that. Listen to me.
It's more akin to our business model. It's a
I-
Michelin star restaurant. It's open till midnight.
Bay closes at 11.
Look, I'm on SLA's website. Their stipulated hours as per this community board are 11 during the week and midnight on weekends.
But they don't use it, the posted hours are.
All we can go off of is what this community board.
All right, all right. So again, stop. Everybody stop.
Okay, I need to interject. Because of all the crosstalk, I need you guys to look to Susan for who's gonna speak next. Please don't speak out of turn, because those that are online, who are listening, and who are very invested in this discussion cannot hear clearly. So please, one at a time. Susan, continue.
Thank you, my dear. So I think that's what's reasonable. I understand how hard this is. I'm not for everybody. But this is what I would go to, I would go to 10. And I would absolutely go to 10, and I would give you 6 months and you can come back. But and that would be with no DJ. and
This
you
is
can have
7 days
one-
a week.
This is
Or
6
6
days
days, rather.
a week. Yes, I would. I want to see that it works in some way.
Susan.
And, who's talking?
Councilor Arcudi, I mean, could we give them 1 hour? Could they let them open at 4?
What?
Look at all.
Nobody's gonna eat at 4, Duran. You have
That's
enough
irrelevant,
time.
that's up to them, yeah.
I would go to 10. I think 9:30. I think 10 is reasonable. And
We are the only exit onto Main Street. A Bay stays open later because they exit onto Greenwich.
I understand, but 10,
But that could be the other thing, you know.
there is no other exit. Am I correct?
That's correct. Single egress.
Yeah.
That's
So-
against the law.
Phil, what we're gonna do is I will give you till 10 and see if my committee goes with it. Your once a month I'll give you, no DJ, okay? The traffic, the garbage, all that you've agreed to, and we will review it in 6 months. All right? That's up to you. I have to hear the community.
Well,
I
I'd like
can't
to put a stipulation on the hours in that they come back with, if they want more hours, they have to give us traffic plans.
So just, you had said you were gonna hold them to the one event a month, like, is that gonna be in writing or something?
Of course,
Okay.
everything we say is in writing
All the
in the
stipulations are in
resolution. And then the stipulation that they sign, or if they don't, we'll all go to the SLA, but it is in their interest to do it.
And we would say that because of the community concerns, we're suggesting 10 o'clock. And then they come back to us with some sort of, because the community is concerned about traffic.
And
That they
Lake
come back
Street.
with some kind of
That's
traffic plan and let us see.
You can
how
even
that's
put in a
going.
number of, yeah, 327 letters, so that could be.
Yeah,
put in-
that's only what I have here.
Sorry.
But I will certainly, we put that all in the resolution, and it goes in, there is the stipulation with the hours and everything they agreed to. Okay? That is my suggestion. I think in all fairness to everybody, it is something that the community won't get totally screwed. You know, I know you don't want it, but if they agree to it, so tell me, you're not gonna agree? I don't have Max.
You don't have Max.
No,
I'm sure he's watching, Max.
no. So, that's where we are.
If you want to draw that up in your stipulations, we're not gonna stop you, but I I can't say that we're necessarily gonna sign those.
Okay, what would you sign? I
We're-
want to
we're-
know.
We're pretty far apart here. We wouldn't sign earlier than midnight across.
Okay, so we're gonna put that in the stipulations and we're gonna put it in the resolution.
Put what in
The hours I gave you.
your offer? Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. And I will tell you something, Phil, and you know this. And even from what we've said, I would think she would probably agree with us on this one. It's not, we will all go to the SLA. You know that.
Oh, of course.
Hopefully you won't push me.
I heard about that. I hope you're okay. Someone pushed Susan at the SLA.
No, that was.
It was in
It was
jest.
vicious.
It was in jest.
Like that.
Maybe fall.
They don't agree.
You mentioned the
No,
sound.
seriously,
Yes.
Can you just explain a little bit more about
There,
Go on.
We're, at this point, we're I mean, this is fruitless if we're nowhere even close here, but, we're putting $200,000 to $300,000 to soundproof the entire space.
Does it make any difference?
It's not, it's not.
That's ridiculous. I mean, yeah.
No, no.
Spoke to you before
No.
directly.
No.
May I just say one thing, please? I've been living here for over 46 years in this building, and I have one thing I want to say to the kind people who are here trying to get this restaurant, which I don't think anyone has ever told them, which is that your basement, your proposed basement, completely filled with water. And I know that because our basement next to you completely filled with water.
Thank you for the heads up.
We lost all electric power for months. No elevator.
Okay, that's,
And
No
it
more.
doesn't make sense to put.
so I'm going to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Leo, please, I'm going to take a vote of my committee, all right? And then we're going to send you the stipulation and you'll decide what you're going to do.
Right.
And if you don't sign it, you'll send us a
I would
letter.
also like to add that after this meeting concludes, we would love to take everyone's contact information down, if we can
Right.
speak in the future.
So, committee, and I have a call and a second.
Second.
All in favor
With stipulations.
with all the stipulations?
If I vote no, because I would like it to be even, I would like it,
You would like it to be from 5 to 6? I mean,
No,
I'm sorry, I can't resist.
I'm going to abstain because
Okay,
I'm
that's
against it
much better.
completely.
Okay, Joel?
Well, I think that 10 o'clock is a little stingy. I honestly do, but I don't like 12, but I think 10 o'clock for a Michelin restaurant is a little stingy. I'm not sure why.
Yes.
I'm not
They
sure.
will come back in 6 months.
Yeah, but I'm not sure why you want to limit it to 10 o'clock for a restaurant. The problem with downtown is everything just shuts down. There's just no place to go. And everybody gets out of the neighborhood. We actually need some places to stay open a little bit longer. Yeah,
Are you
don't,
gonna abstain? Are you gonna have, it's a different place than ours. I mean, we know this, and this is a different block.
It's a residential block.
It's a residential block, Joel. It's not, it's very different.
I'll vote with,
Very, very,
I'll vote with the committee.
okay, thank you. Mark,
I'm a no.
I know you're a no. Daron,
Oh, yes.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you for coming.
I assume my next application is last unless I'm. If it's not, can we please make it the next one?
456?
Thank you. Thank you so much. for your
Yes, CBCS.
Thank you for coming. And if, what you have to check with the office, because if they don't, so we know when they're going to go to the SLA. And it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. You call us.
Susan, tell them they can opine at the full board as well.
Yeah.
You can come to
Let
the
them know about that, please.
You're not related to Joel Dorn, are you?
You got that? Yeah.
He
28.
was a record producer for a long time.
Okay.
No kidding. Maybe
Shake
they don't family tree.
But this lady, I don't know. Everybody else I know.
Lawyer.
Show up.
I don't even know if it's next to you.
Thank you.
I have tomorrow.
That's not, all right, I gotta go. Come on. I wanna get my committee out of here. Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you so much.
Oh, the Huckleberry, oh.
When we were.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here for the two most fun
So they don't,
applications.
it's good that they go to that.
It's not a
hearing
coincidence
as
that
well,
Max isn't
but
here,
They
I'll
were,
tell you that.
they were part of our meetings. Roger was there.
Hard copy or?
It was.
Hard copy? Hard copy?
That's what, Kavanaugh, Grace, Lee, and, Harvey Pierce, Harvey,
Weinstein.
no.
No.
Oh, God forbid.
Harvey, he's an assemblyman.
Yeah.
I can't think of his last name.
Alright, hopefully this one is a little more.
If they could fix the cobblestones on Greenwich over there, I would be more apt to vote for them.
I think that's a bad street. Coming off.
Between Best Street on Greenwich,
It should-
Best Street
They shouldn't have, and
I have to say, Phil, in all fairness, since we're all at this committee, and I would tell you, it's probably a bad venue for it. In all fairness.
Yeah, it seems
I
that
mean,
way.
we did the best we could,
Right.
but I'm not sure it's a great venue. Who knows? You know, you never know.
We don't advise on business decisions, we're here for the
I know,
council. You know,
That's
her-
all.
Her prerogative.
I know. Next item. That's.
That's it.
Okay, go.
Keep it straight.
You are next to Phil. Who are you?
Michael McGinley, I'm the general manager.
Okay. I
Same
think I've
with
seen
Nita.
you before.
I've only been there about a week.
Oh, no, then I haven't seen you. All right.
Everyone's good to go, we need a water break, a bathroom break. That was-
No, we're ready.
All right, let's power through this. So, just for the record, again, my name is Phil Dorn, attorney with Pizetsky and Bookman. With me to my left, he just introduced himself as Michael McGinley, the general manager of Boquettes. We're here before you asking for just a small extension of hours for the ground level F&B spaces at the hotel. It's a two-part ask, so I'll start first with Titsu, which is the restaurant downstairs formerly known as Marta. They currently have midnight and one AM, midnight during the week, one AM on weekends. We're asking for a 1 hour extension to go from 1 to 2, which matches the hours of the hotel itself. Next is Parici, which is the courtyard with the glass enclosure. They currently have 10 and 11. Again, we're just asking for a 1 hour extension to 11 and 12. I know this hotel has a lot of history with this committee. But when it comes to the F&B spaces on the ground floor that are quiet, they've been operating for over a year now without any issues, without any concerns. You know, it's funny for all the fireworks that this hotel has seen at this committee over the last year or so. There's no one here tonight unless this gentleman is here to speak. Oh,
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
okay, so my point is that for all the times people have shown up to speak out against us, no one's here tonight because this is not what people consider the troublesome area of this hotel. This is the quiet F&B area.
It's the roof, isn't it?
No.
What's the troublesome?
Oh, I said allegedly troublesome.
Yeah.
I know that's what people care about, but we're not here for the roof.
Can I ask a question about the courtyard cafe? You said that's glass enclosed?
Yes, and there are photos.
Right, no problem. So is there, would there be any DJs or the other stuff, the other entertainment and music you had, would that be also in the courtyard cafe or not?
I would have to check what our method of operation calls for.
Because for the glass enclosed, I would assume that would be a little less, soundproofing than.
Nothing is changing for the method of operation. We have that, I believe, it's marked on the stipulation sheet. That's not changing. The only change is the hour.
This application was submitted. This is what we originally approved without the hours.
Oh, okay. So there wasn't any complaints before with the courtyard cafe?
Well, there was some concern, but we haven't heard any complaints.
Okay.
No, I mean, I'm not being harsh.
Okay.
I mean it.
No, yeah, okay.
Okay.
In the year we've been operating, not a single complaint to hotel staff, management staff, anybody.
So they're asking for 2 hours more each on
No,
each,
1 hour.
1 hour,
Well, yeah, one.
from 10 to 11.
Okay.
Days, And
for-
it's at 12 on Friday and Saturday.
And
in
it's
the
been
restaurant.
a year, like more than
Operating since October of 22.
so that's kind of going to what you say, like if they've been a good neighbor for.
Did you post the hours? Did you let people
Yes, we
know?
posted.
Because I don't have a copy of it. You did?
We posted.
You swear?
I
Phil?
swear on my,
Don't swear on anybody, but you're
yes,
telling
we
the truth.
posted, yes. I know this is a limited packet, but we did post.
And a head checker. We can't check, but I'm gonna take you at your word.
Did you send it over?
No, it wasn't part of our packet. Onesh, as you know, this was a streamlined packet.
At last minute.
Not necessarily last minute, it's more of a strategy.
You
We
learned
just wanna
from
keep
Max.
this as
You
simple as
sounded just like Max.
Well,
Not
the
even
best,
better.
right?
I happen to have a fondness.
No, we didn't.
No, can you
Oh,
send
can we?
over the
I
postings?
don't know if we have
and I
photos
will-
of them.
You would have. If you did,
We
Yeah.
did.
You have photos of them?
It was done actually, technically before I officially started, but,
do you have them?
I can't promise I could pull them up. You'd have to.
You don't need them tonight.
You don't need them tonight,
I
but
can just-
tomorrow
I can-
night-
Them before the big meeting, okay?
Also, Phil, I spoke to Max about the summary. I also need a summary.
Yeah, the summary page, yep.
So, my friends, anybody have any problem?
No objections.
Call the question.
Second.
Anybody online? You all right?
Emma Russo's no.
Gotcha, Mark. In favor?
Yes, because they came back after a year and asked and did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
We want to see.
I think so. Isn't it so much more fun when we just quickly vote to approve? We could have done that
Well,
last time.
if you accept the other stipulation from the last one, a year goes by like this, and then.
Did you get my vote? Susan? Susan, you got my vote?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Of
thank you.
course I have your vote.
The seat is very warm for you.
Thank you.
Sitting here.
You are where?
Von Cotillion, 81 West Broadway.
Oh, all right.
We did the easiest one, so of course it's the last. West Broadway, where, just Warren. Okay.
I know it. Okay. You want wine and,
Wine and beer. 7 AM to 6 PM, 90 seats.
Mimosas.
do you have anything for I have it?
No.
I need your packet.
No, it's.
Oh, it's a renewal, right.
Let me just say that I live on Murray Street and I support this.
Thank you. You're gonna charge for that.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Good to see you.
Bye. Tell Max we said hello.
I of course will.
Unless he's watching.
No, he's probably, okay. You did what you're supposed to do for a renewal.
Yeah.
Can you serve wine and beer at 7 AM?
I don't think that there's any law that restricts us, except maybe Saturday and Sunday, I believe it's 12.
Yeah, no.
No, it's changed.
What time is it now?
No, I mean,
10,
yeah.
10. You can serve it at 10. I don't have any problem with your renewal.
Call the question.
Second,
Yes.
everybody in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Duran, Joel,
votes yes.
Yes.
that was easy.
It was a very lovely experience. Thank you all. I'm very, my interest is peaked now on the. And how many buyers are you gonna have?
Good luck.
Thank you for your patience.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
No Ubers.
I want to say to all of you, thank you. Thank you for your patience and for your support. But I felt very strongly that on the Lake Street, we had to do something, that they don't sign it to something else, but we had to show, at least for the SLA, good faith, and we, all the rejections and all the stuff in the resolution, but I felt we had to do it.
It's too bad the SLA doesn't give a little more credence to the community, but they're just looking for like,
In all fairness,
Financial, yes.
this is a tough one.
yeah.
It's a restaurant. It's not, I mean, the
Oh,
guy
the
with the
question
tent.
we forgot to really drill and find out about, if not a restaurant, what would you approve having there?
They want nothing.
Not, what's nothing?
They-
You know, the landlord wants to make money.
One person said they would have done a cannabis.
Yeah,
shop.
the Erica said that, but I,
Yeah, there's a cannabis.
yeah, right,
license
until there's a
for-
cannabis. They would like, a shoe store.
Right.
Or if they have so many kids, some little place somewhere for kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything that
Those
goes,
little-
listen,
I'm gonna adjourn officially,
right.
so we can stop recording.
Okay.
Susan, on the, look,
Yeah.
on the exterior